I live with both of my parents, my sister, my nephew. Yeah, it's good at home. Everything's good. I'm thinking about going to colleges in Arizona or in Kansas, junior college. My freshman year, I came in the beach. I was a hooper, so I always came to school. And then sophomore, I kind of stopped liking basketball as much and started just getting into other things. Not bad things though, but you know, just wondering. And then my junior year is when I really just kind of just stopped really going to class as much. I was always coming to school, but I would just not come to class.
I can tell you in the first 2 years here, he went through some serious issues with his life. He's almost like a lot of kids, though, even without those serious issues, they'll go the first year and maybe the second year and not have any realization of there's a future after high school.
The more we help students to understand and cope with difficulties, the more that they're ready for the real world. And I think part of coping with that is to realize that even though you're having that particular situation, you still have to do some other things.
Your first 2 years is not going to determine your production. He's the kind of kid that I would meet with frequently and really try to drill into him the importance of life after high school.
And then my senior year, which is right now, is when I started realizing that it could be too late, and I just wanted to turn it around.
If there's issues that they're having or problems, I think to take time to listen to them. We all do that. And I think that we all support each other as teachers, as staff, and students.
Man, I couldn't really think. I felt like I didn't really have to be here. Like I had bigger problems besides school.
Just trying to work with families so that we can form a partnership, I believe in that, and to get students to see how important it is to be in school.
Morning, Arvell.
In order to be successful, in order to graduate, in order to get their credits, you have to attend classes. And so I try to work with students one-on-one. It means doing a lot of interventions.
I feel like I could change, but I just feel like I had too much anger in me to change. Until then, I just looked at reality in the real life, and it's like, that's not gonna get you nowhere.
During times that are really tough, it's hard to focus. As you sit in that classroom, you gotta deal emotionally with all the stuff that has occurred at home. If I can only give partial concentration, I can only go so far.
Time management is one of the things that I would look at. Even though you might have a difficult time, maybe there's some home things that you're dealing with, you still have to look at, when is that paper due? I still need to go to class.
I had to go to class every day, do all my work, all my missing work, make sure I was studying for the quizzes to get a good grade, and just getting on the teacher's good side.
The only true power in America is in education.
Try to be there to support them, have them look at the brighter side instead of the negative side so much. And if they got a good mind, it's gonna all start coming to them.
I usually will get permission from students and say, is it okay for me to let your teacher know? And they'll say, yeah, I want them to know. So then sharing that information, I think the more the teacher knows what's happening, the more they can help the student.
So it's kind of like another opportunity opened up the door for me to get back at it again.
There's always hope. There's always a reason for working towards your goals.
I don't know a kid that hasn't made it, that didn't have a little luck on their side. A little luck in that they were provided a certain support at a certain time that helped them overcome that hurdle.
I like going to school. Class is not as bad as I imagine it to be. It's actually pretty easy.
And the students are really very receptive to people helping them.
They always knew I had it in me. But for a minute, they probably felt like I was giving up on myself. But once I started showing them that, like, yeah, I want to do it, then they started working with me.
Congratulations. You're going to graduate. I'm really proud of you. He got his act together. His grades went from barely surviving and not surviving some classes to making up what he needed to make up and receiving good grades, A's and B's. We have a direction. You have a direction in life, you know? And it wasn't easy, was it?
I know I used to be good, so I just started thinking about stuff like that. And I just realized it wasn't too late to change.
I believe it comes down to 95% of these kids that are going through issues, if given the proper support with the proper timing, will succeed in life.
I know some kids probably act stubborn, like they don't hear them, when really it's like they're listening, but they're too caught up in the moment, but they're listening though. So it's just kind of like, just don't give up on the kid.
Arvell Jones.
I think they have helped me overcome a lot. They've taught me that in adversity, you don't give up. That no matter what happens within my life, there's someone else that has it far worse. They give me way more than I've ever given them.
What's that saying? Students don't care what you know until they know that you care about them. And I think that's very true.
My son graduated. I feel good. I'm very proud of him.
He did a great job. His success is great. Just hoping he continues that success and move on to the next challenge.